My name is Pip Hanson. I'm the beverage director of O'Shaughnessy Distilling Company and the head of mixology for Keeper's Heart. I had the opportunity to design the bars and the cocktail program for the distillery here and design a line of drinks that I thought would work well with Keeper's Heart. My philosophy for bartending is to let the ingredients speak for themselves as much as possible. That usually means letting, in this case, the whiskey do most of the talking. And Keeper's Heart works really well in an old-fashioned because it's got a lot of layers and a lot of complexity. I used to blend 3 or 4 different whiskeys at a time to make old-fashions and Manhattans just because I wanted to get different frequencies of flavor and different notes from each whiskey and try to bring them together into one. Keeper's does that for us already, and I think it's one of the more interesting bottles on shelves right now just because it does have sort of that fullness of flavor. It has the sort of almost like salted butter of barley. It has the thick caramel of rye, and it has the like soft vanilla of grain whiskey. I like to make my old fashions as simple as possible. I like to use just a little dash of sugar and a little dash of bitters and really highlight the whiskey. To me, it's almost like cooking a steak. You just take a good cut of meat and you just want a little salt and pepper, and that's really all you need to make it shine. So we are going to make a Keeper's Heart Old Fashioned. This is the recipe that we use here in the distillery. We use 3 to 4 dashes of Angostura bitters. There's a lot of bitters out there. They all make good old fashions. The flavor of Angostura bitters, to me, is the flavor of old fashions. To that we add Demerara syrup. Demerara is a sugar that is not fully refined, and it has a lot of the sugarcane flavor still in it. Our Demerara syrup is a cold process syrup, so it is a 1-to-1 syrup that we whisk into solution. We don't use heat because heat will break down the sugar a little bit and just change the flavor ever so slightly, and so we use a cold process for our Demerara syrup. Then we add 50 milliliters of Keeper's Heart, and for you ounce users, that's about 1 2/3 ounces. You could probably bump it up to 2 ounces without too much trouble. And then we get our ice and glass ready. It's nice to serve this drink on a large rock of ice so that it melts really slowly. And then I just stir briefly on ice. We call it par chilling. So we don't dilute it and chill it thoroughly, just a little bit to take the edge off, but we still want a little bit of warmth and we want it to be just a little punchy. And we strain onto our big rock of ice. Finally, we add a little bit of aroma to the whiskey via an orange peel, and we roll it up into a little rosebud type shape and pop it down the side of the glass to pin the ice cube in place and just keep everything steady. And that is a Keeper's Heart Old Fashioned.